love being outside. So anything that has outside has my name written all over it. And particularly gardening, I remember asking my dad, can we put one in our backyard? And I was growing strawberries, and it was just fun. Getting in the dirt is fun. I graduated from Prairie View A&M University with my biology degree, minor in chemistry. And after graduation, I went and worked for the CDC for 2 years, and then I moved over to a major hospital system here in Houston as an infection preventionist. And once I moved in February, I moved to Sunnyside. And once I got there, I realized that there was really nothing of quality to eat, nothing but high caloric restaurants. So I started growing more vegetables. And I was like, there's no way that this should be anyone's reality. But after looking at some of the statistics, Sunnyside, 21% of the residents do not have a vehicle. So I really wanted to make it easy for my neighbors. And so as I was getting to know my neighbors through the COVID-19 restrictions, I had their numbers and I would just text them, hey, would you like some zucchini? Hey, would you like some okra? And I would just drop it on their doorstep. People in the community started requesting more. I decided that it was time for me to move from the backyard to the farm. And so I asked my parents if I could use the back patch of the farm to actually grow some of these vegetables. Before I started Ivy Leaf Farms, I was actually the melanin gardener, and I asked people to send me their best wishes. I wrote it down and I called them power seeds, and I buried them underneath the garden for them. And I told them that even if you can't water your own dreams, I will water them for you. As it was going, I was like, this needs to be more universal than just the melanin farmer. I didn't want people to think that this was only for Black people, to be frank. And so I asked Instagram, I said, hey, what do you think I should call this? I had no idea this is what it would become, but I got Ivy Leaf Farms out of that. Sunnyside meant a lot to me growing up, being that it was the place to get your Black culture. One of the biggest memories I remember is just growing up here with my brother and my sister. Just fun at our different ages and our different times of just being out here. I always tell people my first pet was a horse. Houston is a very, very diverse place, and Sunnyside is not the only food desert community in Houston. And so as Ivy Leaf Farms expands, we want to be the role model. We want to be the blueprint for other food desert communities to be able to establish something like this to feed the community. Farming and gardening, most people think about having to get land and funding first, and those things literally were available for me to get started. So I'm very fortunate that I was able to start and to get started fairly quickly. So by the time I moved in February, by April I was already passing out vegetables. 75 cents a piece.
Okay.
Okay. How many do you want?
Give me about 4.
Ivy Leaf Farms has grown exponentially in that the first day of me doing this full time, I won the Beyonce Be Good NAACP grant. And so the first day of me not having a job and doing Ivy Leaf Farms, we were already on the news. And I have not stopped running since. One thing about Ivy Leaf Farms is that the produce is our mission and not our product. I think a lot of our generation, we got disconnected when we got into the fast movement. People forget how easy and convenient and how growing your own food can be convenient. Like, I guess of my age is that we are the future grandmothers. We do have to one day have those gardens for our grandkids to learn and grow in as well. I don't really have like a system to it, being that we are growing with the food and the food is growing with us. A wise woman once told me that when passion and purpose align, leaders are formed. And so my passion and purpose literally did the absolute perfect X. I knew that I wanted to move to Sunnyside and lay my roots there because I wanted to make a difference and be the difference and to create opportunity not only for myself but for my neighbors.